As we continue through the winter season, one of the most common questions we hear is when will we see spring-like temperatures again? And while there are many natural indicators, one of the most interesting can be found in our furry friends.
And one of the most iconic furry forecasters is the groundhog. At the beginning of February, Punxsutawney Phil emerges from his burrow and predicts that the U.S. will have 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring. However, he does not have the most accurate track record. According to the National Weather Service, Phil is correct only about 40% of the time. But did you know that we have our own version of Punxsutawney Phil right here in Texas? Meet Bee Cave Bob. On Groundhog Day, or rather Armadillo Day, Bee Cave Bob looks for his shadow and predicts the length of winter. And he has been forecasting from Central Texas for years. And these two are not the only creatures thought to predict winter. The woolly bear caterpillar is rumored to predict the intensity of the season. The secret lies in the band on the caterpillar's middle. According to folklore, the wider the stripe, the milder the winter will be, and the shorter the stripe, the more intense. To get to the bottom of this myth, I visited entomologist Rafia Khan. Is there any validity to that?
Scientifically, there is no validity of these things because they are these banding things. It comes from their food habitat.
But there could be a psychological factor at play here as well. Most people look for woolly worms ahead of winter, in the fall, and that's when their stripes can appear to be smaller.
That means they are going for another hibernation, and before they are going to hibernation, maybe they are getting close to their pupation, so sometimes they are getting these black markings.
While only a few animals are thought to predict the winter, many mammals undergo physical changes in response to the winter season. Some animals enter hibernation, while others, like the bison, gain a thick winter coat. However, this hair growth is started by an offsetting of the creature's circadian rhythm and not from a change in the temperature.
As the days get shorter, their body naturally responds, and that's them. Their body's like, oh hey, it's coming. Winter's right around the corner.
While the timing of wild animals' fur growth is dependent on the day length, the amount that their fur thickens is correlated with the temperature.
Our bison here in Texas, of course, we have milder winters typically. They would have a thinner layer of hair. But like if they were up near, let's say Wyoming, for instance, they would have a much thicker coat on them.
While it may be fun to forecast the weather based on animals, some of the most trusted forecasts come from meteorologists who look at atmospheric data. Experts at the Climate Prediction Center forecast this to be a wet winter with average temperatures in Texas. For CBS 19, I'm Sarah Blue.
Here in East Texas, our average temperature in January ranges from about 57 to 59 degrees. There's some places, though, that we can find that are even chillier than that year-round. With that being said, let's go check out some of the coldest places we can find right here in East Texas.
Not only is it cold, but it's a Texas staple. Our first stop is the Bluebell Creamery's distribution center in Longview.
Monster cookie dough, pralines, Rocky Road, Great Divide, Butter Crunch.
That's David Watson, and he's been working at Bluebell for more than 40 years. He says that no matter the time of year, they are always stocked with ice cream, and they have to keep it cold.
It is one big freezer. We have 3 compressors that run it, 2 mainly that run it, and we keep it at a constant temperature of minus 20 degrees.
I got a tour of the freezer, and I can confirm I'd never been anywhere colder.
I think this is as cold as I've ever been, minus 18.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Of course, Bluebell is a fan favorite among Texans, but we've got something that's a little less well-known, but still gets a lot colder. And it's called cryotherapy. If you haven't heard of it, it's going to blow your mind.
Brett is the owner of Renew You Cryotherapy. It's a pretty crazy concept, and he can explain it best.
You walk into this big chamber. We're going to close the door around you, and it's shaped like an octagon. Your head's going to be out of it so you can breathe fresh air. That's the idea. But what it does is it circulates nitrogen gas around your body. The nitrogen gas reacts to the oxygen and goes into sub-zero temperatures.
Willingly standing in sub-zero temperatures might not sound like the most pleasant experience, but you'd be surprised at the long list of benefits that come with doing cryotherapy.
It relieves things like pain, inflammation, nerve issues, range of motion issues. It helps with metabolism. It does a multitude of things, so many things that it's hard to list off everything at once. But the idea is that it's going to basically send your body into sort of a superhuman mode.
And of course, I wouldn't tell you it's one of the coldest places in East Texas without trying it out for myself.
Time. Yeah. Yeah, every time, yeah.
So like right now, your temperature is negative 139. That's the air around you.
From the coldest places in East Texas, I'm Savannah Hale.